Hello, my friends. I hope you're having a lovely day. And in today's video, we're checking out Oddmar, which is coming to the Switch on February 20th, 2020. This is a game that came out on mobile we're going to skip story just for the sake of this video. Came out on mobile back in 2018, I believe. And I hadn't heard anything about it, to tell you the truth. I didn't know about it, hadn't seen anything about it. And that's not because I don't follow mobile games. I'm down to play games anywhere. I don't know. This one escaped my field of vision when it comes to video games on mobile. And I heard about the game. The developers reached out to me. What do I do there? And I took a look at it and I was like, oh, this looks pretty interesting. I really like the look of it, and I'm sure most of you guys will agree with me here. Let's see, am I supposed to go this way? I don't know if I want to go this way first. It looks like, or it has a very Rayman feel to it, at least, you know, Rayman Origins or Rayman whatever the other one is. I can't remember the name of it, that's terrible. But yeah, it has a very Rayman feel to it, which I really like. Oh, look at that. I love platformers. Obviously, I'm a Nintendo fan, so I gotta have some affinity for platformers. And the combination, you're not gonna talk to me, dude? Anything? Got anything for me? Well, see you later. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna check this out. And I got nothing against mobile games by any means. I actually play a lot of mobile games. I know a lot of people, hear a mobile game and they groan and they're like, nope, not for me, not interested. And there are a lot of, crappy mobile games out there, don't get me wrong, but there's a lot of bad games on every platform. I don't think the platform being mobile is like inherent to a game being bad. I understand people liking to play games with a traditional controller, and some games are certainly better suited to touchscreen controls over traditional joystick and button controls. So you can see that this is a platformer, and you might not want to play it on mobile because you don't really like playing platformers with touchscreens, even, you know, virtual joystick or whatever the case may be for controls. And I can't blame people for that, because I have played traditional platformers on mobile that I did enjoy, but the whole time I played it, I was I was thinking, boy, I wish I had a controller to play this with instead of using a virtual joystick. I guess this was supposed to happen. But this game on iOS, maybe it was on Android too, won multiple awards. And I believe one of the awards was from Apple themselves. But I would imagine it's going to be a much more enjoyable experience, at least when it comes to playing it on Switch, because you now have a traditional controller to play. I'm sure you could get a controller for your iPhone or your Android to have a more traditional experience, but I don't know how many people do that, to tell you the truth. I've played a lot of games on mobile, and I've always thought about getting a controller that worked with it, or even just pairing a controller with it, and I've still never done it. So if I play a lot of mobile games and I've done it, I can't imagine that the market is all that big for the amount of people who have picked up a traditional controller. Plus, as I've said in the past, oh, look at that. Said in the past before, I like playing games on TV. That's my way of playing. I will play on mobile when a game is on mobile because it's nowhere else. But given a choice, yeah, I want to play on TV. So all those factors combined into me being pretty damn interested in this game. And right now, I'm saying that interest is paying off because I really like this so far. Just straightforward platformer. And there's nothing wrong with that in my mind. And it is pretty gorgeous, too. It's really nice looking. And from what I can hear of the music, because I do these videos with one earbud in, it sounds pretty nice, too. What do you got for me, people? We did it. We did it. We got all the secrets. Okay. I just hope... I think I've talked about this before. I know there are people who will hear that a game came out on mobile before coming to any console, be it Switch or whatever. And they're like, no, I'm not playing that. I don't want to play any mobile garbage. And it makes me sad to hear that there is that opinion out there because there's so many great games on mobile. And just because it's a mobile game doesn't mean it's a bad game. I don't understand how that thought process came about. Like maybe I was around obviously during the earlier days of mobile games, and there were still good games then. Just yes, most of them were poorly created and didn't have very interesting or engaging gameplay. But I think we can all agree here, if you are a fan of platformers, this looks like any other Well, it doesn't. It looks extra nice, but as far as gameplay goes, it looks like a platformer. And to think people would just skip over that because a game originally popped up on mobile makes me sad. I know there are concerns of game pricing. Somebody's like, I'm not going to pay $15 for a mobile game. I don't know how much this game is, honestly. I would have to go on the eShop to tell you. But, whoops. Yes, there are pricing concerns. I can understand that. Maybe if a developer's like, hey, our game was $1 on mobile, and we're going to bring it over to Switch, and it's $15, then you're like, I don't know. What new content is in there? What was added in to warrant that boost in price? And if it's like, we added in traditional controls, and now you can play on your TV, I'd be like, I don't know about that. I don't know if it's worth that much of a price increase. I can justify some price increase from hopping to mobile to console, but yeah, you gotta keep your as a developer or publisher, you got to keep your expectations in check. You can't just expect people to be like, yes, I'll gladly pay 10 times the price to play it on TV. As I said, I don't know the price for this game. Hopefully that is not the case, but this game, from the very little I play, you're watching me play for the first time. Okay, just making sure that was going to work. You're watching me play for the first time. I can tell you from a visual standpoint, from a gameplay standpoint, as far as how controls work, it feels good. It looks good. It plays good. This feels like a developer that really put time into making sure the game was optimized for working on a console. I don't know how many other consoles it's come to so far. I'm sure it's on like PS4 or Xbox One, or at least if it's not there yet, it's coming to one of them soon. So yeah, it's interesting that, there was a big mobile boom, and obviously you could still argue that things are going really big on mobile, but it's more of the whales, as they call them in industry, that are spending lots of money on mobile games and making those companies millions upon billions. But yeah, this obviously, 2018 was a different time, more of a different market, and it was like, hey, if you want to get a game out there and you want to reach the biggest audience possible, you go to mobile. So as far as I know, this game started on mobile. But yeah, it fits in more with no, I want that. I can go back. The sensibilities of a traditional gamer. So even though you have a bigger audience on something like mobile, the audience that would actually be interested in your game might not be anywhere near as big. It's a really interesting thing to discuss. But like I said, my major problem is when people just don't give mobile games a chance. Oh, no, no, no. Don't give mobile games a chance simply because the game started on mobile. Hopefully, what I'm showing you here, I mean, I'm speaking as if like the developers or the publishers are paying me to promote this. I am not. But I'm saying hopefully what you see here interests you, because I am having a lot of fun with this. This is, as I said, I saw the trailer and I saw the gameplay, and I was like, I knew how I wanted it to play. I was like, oh, it looks like Rayman. It looks like a fun platformer. Hopefully that's the way it turns out. And so far, so good. Yeah, it definitely is a lot of fun to play. Here's the real thing, though. I don't know if it has multiplayer. I don't think it does. And having multiplayer, in Rayman was a very big deal, obviously. That was... it was a lot of fun to grab some friends and play those games together. So, if this has multiplayer, that's an added bonus. I'm gonna say I don't think it does. Let's go to the menu. We'll take a look. Because I think I'm pretty much done for gameplay right now. How do I get to menu? It's just a simple matter of doing. All right, I'm not going to fuss with this. Obviously, I can't figure out how to get to the menu right now. But yeah, that's... the hell's the name of this game? That's Oddmar. That is Oddmar. Hopefully you liked what you saw, because I did. I'm going to be playing a lot more of this game. It's fun. It feels good. I don't know how long it is, but hopefully it gives you a decent amount of play. But yeah, that's it. Quick look at this game. Thanks for watching, liking, subscribing, and commenting. It's very much appreciated. Also, a huge thank you to you that support me on Patreon. I really appreciate that. It helps me do videos, the site, the podcast, social media in general. The support really does help, so thank you. If you want to learn more about Patreon, which is just $1, you can check out a link in the description below. But as for today, that is it. I'll be back tomorrow as long as I got something interesting to show you. So until then, have a lovely day and a lovely evening, and I'll see you in a few short hours.